Hey guys, today I want to discuss something very sensitive. Uh, is I just probably explaining my own perspective why I don't use the black cat. I guess some of you understand what I mean. Uh, from the earliest times that probably I left Africa and I went to like the first countries that I went to in Europe. Actually, giving someone a label was actually really bad. It's like don't call that person that. Don't give them a label. So I've actually shied away from that, from giving people labels like the black something, black whatever. It's like it was really frowned upon at that time in Europe that you could call somebody black. And then some people say, oh, it's because you really don't like yourself, you hate yourself, you don't want to be called black. I say, no, I just don't like giving people labels. I don't like calling people white. I don't like calling people black. I don't like calling people green, blue, yellow, whatever. I like calling people who they are, like you're John, you're Joseph, your your name, your traditional name, or whatever. The person, not not the color. So that's why I never use the black card. I've never used the black card and I try to avoid the black card. I could use countries, but not the black card. Why? Well, I think some people have used it pretty well in a positive way, but I think a lot of people do exploit it, just the way the same colonists used to exploit Africa for their own benefit. Right now, the same diaspora, I mean, the African diaspora is actually exploiting Africa, exploiting blackness for their own profit, for their own good, more or less for profit making. Just like exploiting minerals from Africa, so exploiting or appropriating blackness for your own profit, for your own gain, is actually just as bad as the colonists raped Africa out of the minerals resources. So that's why I don't use the black card. And someone asked me one time in London and said, "Why, dude? Why don't you use the black card, man? It's profitable, man. All these girls will go running after you and all that. Why don't you use that black card?" I said, no. I just think it's conceptually wrong to use the black card to get anything for your own benefit. Just be who you are. Be you. I am me. I am me, and that's it. Not not my color. You see, um, and that's my perspective. That's my opinion. Some people use it positively. Some people use it negatively. Some people use it in some of a different way. Say, I'm black, but I'm not African. You see, so what's the difference? Some people say, okay, I like blacks, but I don't date blacks. So somehow everybody's just trying to use blackness for their own profit, for their own benefit. You see, oh, I met some black people over here. Don't give people a label. That's what really pains me when label people. I could say, okay, I met some Mexicans and this what they are. I met some Venezuelans and this is what we are, but not I met some black Venezuelans or I met some white Venezuelans. Or I met some a brown Venezuelans, whatever. So that's why for me, I've actually never used the black card. I never used it at all. If you look at all my videos, of all my interaction in daily life, I never use the black card because I think, for me, from my own opinion, I think it's wrong. I think it's exploiting the. It's like cultural appropriation, but in a different way. Whether you are black yourself or not, you're African, you're mixed, you're whatever, you're actually exploiting it for your own profit. And I see like also some people in Europe, they're half black, half whatever country they came from. They come back to Africa to show all these villages and all these people, all this culture, which they actually really do inside, they frown upon because they don't want to live in it. They want to experience it, they want to film it, they want to use it to profit, and then they go away. You see, and that's the biggest folly I see, where the people themselves are not benefiting. The people who live in those places are not benefiting. While you go take pictures of them, show around. Oh, I'm in Papua New Guinea. These are the Africans of Papua New Guinea. These are the blacks of Papua New Guinea. dude, just if you want to live there, just live there and experience the culture, immerse yourself in that culture. But sharing them for your own profit, of course, everything revolves around profit nowadays, and that's what what stuff is. A lot of stuff is like that. But doing that for your own profit is actually culturally appropriating their culture or their looks for your own profit, for your own benefit. And I think that is morally wrong. So that's why I would never use the black card. Actually, the race card. I never use the race card because it's race. So there's black, Asian, white, whatever. I never use the race card because from a history that I learned, I did history one, history two, history three. Race is really superficial. Race is actually a construct because actually deep down there's actually no particular. You disagree with me on this. There's actually no difference between any race. It's just like people lived in one place over a period of time, developed some characteristics, some phenotypical characteristics over thousands of years, but it's basically the same people, the same mitochondrial gene that came from probably one place, So given that, I've never actually I don't really try not to look at people in terms of the race card. I try to avoid that as much as possible. So that's why I don't use the black card. This is very controversial. And there's one time we were actually talking about culture in college and everything. People were travel, some people traveled to Morocco, some people to Philippines, and some people everywhere. And I was astounded at people like taking an initiative, just taking a plane, landing somewhere. You're 18 years old in a different country, nobody knows you, different religion, and here you are living with local people. Yeah, that's astounding. That's a lot of bravery. Yeah. But then, when I mentioned that I don't like being referred to as black, some people are shocked. Actually, it was our African American colleagues they were shocked. Say, what? You don't want to be referred to as black? I say, yeah, no. I don't want to be referred to as a color. I just want to be referred to as me. And I don't want like anybody else being referred to as a color, like white, gray, yellow, orange, whatever. So it could be softened as say, oh, Caucasian, Asian, African, or Afro Americans, or Afro Latinos, but it's still using color to identify people. So as much as history has disadvantaged certain groups, using color now continuously for people's own benefit, I think it's really wrong. That's my perspective. I don't use the race color. I don't use the black color. I just use people. I just see people as people. And I remember someone told me, "Oh, you know what? I'll be that white girl who's following you in your coming to look for you in your home." Then, and I said to myself, "Wow, I never see you as white. I just see you as you." And I didn't tell her that because probably that love would have implied that she's less white than she is. So I just said, "Oh, actually, okay." But really, I never looked at her as white. I just looked at her as her, the person I know. And I'm wondering why it shocked me, because it shocked me for someone to refer to them as white, to themselves as white. And the Caucasian, but I was like, dang, I just like it's the same way it shocks me when someone refers to themselves as black or identifies or identifies themselves as black. Identify yourself as white. Identify yourself as Asian. I just think conceptually that is putting people in boxes. And I say I never want to put anybody in a box. Neither do I want myself to be put in any box, in any compartment, like black, green, yellow. I'm just me. You are just you. Even same brothers from a same mother, brother are different. Same looks, but they're different. Even twins are a little different. So putting anybody in a box or in a compartment or labeling them, I technically think is wrong. And a lot of people are now using it in YouTube, of course, to use that to pull the race card, or rather the black card, to get views. And technically, for me, I don't really think it's appropriate. No matter what you're trying to expose, just expose them as people living in that place. They're human beings. Not they're not black human beings. They're just human beings. Or native human beings. No, they're just human beings. And as I say this, I think there's some people who've used it a little positively, just to uplift groups of people who are disadvantaged. But my take is, I don't want to offend anybody because I know people who've used that, the Afro stuff, very positively, and I say kudos to that. But for me, I've always like shied away from. And I'm saying that's my own opinion. I've shied away from using the risk card in anything because for me, human beings are all the same. I've been to all over Europe. I've been to Africa. I've been to America. I've been to the Middle East. I've not been to South America or Asia. But from what I've seen, I've met people from all over. But from what I've seen, people are just the same. Even Europeans really look different. If you look at the Europeans, probably in the Scandinavian area, come to Scotland, Ireland, they look a little different in terms of hair, the texture of the hair, the tone of the skin. You come down to England, look a little different. And I noticed that and I was like, damn, you see me, you mean you are white? But you look so different, from the other whites I've seen. We come to Spain, people look a little different. You come to Rome, people look a little different, but they're all in Europe. You go to Romania, you go to like Poland, all these countries, people don't exactly look the same. So using one color to categorize everybody is what I think is really wrong. Say, all these people are white, all these people are black, all these people are brown, whatever. So that's why I never use the black card. In other words, that's why I never use the risk card. I don't want to offend anybody. That's just my opinion, and I hope some people share the same opinion. Some people can use it positively. Some people can use it to correct mistakes that have been done in the past. That's fine. That's fine. You do your thing. But for me, I've shied away from using the black card, the risk card. But I don't say that everybody's using it is doing the wrong thing. No, a lot of people are doing it in a positive way. That's just my perspective. So that's that's what I wanted to post for today, and I hope you enjoy this video. And please, if you're not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the Traveling Lion. I've traveled to many countries. I've not shown everything, and very soon I'll be revisiting some of the countries I've traveled to, and then this time I'll actually post them on YouTube. So subscribe to the Traveling Lion so you can see more of this, and enjoy yourself. Have a good day. Be happy. Happiness is good. It makes you healthy. Happiness is good. Don't frown. People do you wrong, forget about it, move on, live your life to the fullest. Ciao. Please subscribe to the Traveling Lion, like and share, and let's continue to have this conversation. If you want to comment down there, please comment, but be respectful, because this is really a sensitive matter to a lot of people, and therefore be respectful. If you comment, if you put any bad comment, I'll actually delete it pretty fast. So guys, enjoy your day, and I'll post this video right away because I'm itching to post it, and then I'll be traveling around, and you see my videos. They don't stereotype anybody. They don't categorize anybody. They don't color label anybody, and I think probably that's been my perspective ever since I've been a child. I've never thought of people in terms of races, colors, and shades, or whatever you call them. So ciao guys, subscribe to the Traveling Lion, and listen to more of these talks. Sometimes I give talks when I'm not traveling, and I've seen jacks from all shades. I've seen nice people from all shades. So that's what I'm saying. Really, colors, labels really mean nothing to me. Yeah. Okay, subscribe to the Traveling Lion, like and share, subscribe. Thank you very much, and thank you for watching, guys. Keep watching. Thank you. Ciao.